Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Firemaking Adventures Unplugged from Disney's Animal Kingdom on a soon-to-be stormy Sunday afternoon on Selection Sunday. We've got the representation going on here. See where Purdue's going to play in the big NCAA tournament this year. They kind of crapped the bed in the Big Ten tournament, crapped the bed at the end of the season. However, teams get hot in this NCAA tournament, and that's all that matters. Overall record doesn't matter. Overall rank doesn't matter. It's about who gets hot at this time of year. Maybe, just maybe, have a little faith. See, the Boilermakers will do what they did last year, but then win one more game. We'll see. But anyway, right now, I am here at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom's arguably one of the most beautiful Disney parks in the world. Outside of, I've never been there yet, it's on the list, but Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea are just, from what I've seen online and on YouTube, they're unlike anything anybody's ever seen before. And I think we're going to be adding Epic Universe to that list very soon. But as far as the Disney parks go here in the United States, Animal Kingdom is by far the most beautiful of all of the Disney World parks. Animal Kingdom opened in April of 1998. Animal Kingdom more recently celebrated their 25th anniversary. And you might be saying, Matt, where are you going with all this? Coming up. I came out here today because, unfortunately, we have to bid farewell to an attraction today, and that is It's Tough to Be a Bug. It's Tough to Be a Bug was and has been the original attraction and is one of the few original attractions left from when Animal Kingdom first opened. There aren't many still there. I think Kilimanjaro Safaris and I'm trying to think what else. Dinosaur. I think Dinosaur's been there a little bit, but It's Tough to Be a Bug is and was one of the original attractions from when this park opened in 1998. It kind of frustrates me a little bit too to know that this attraction's closing. Well, why? Because this attraction really gives attention to detail, and this is what Walt Disney Imagineering is all about, attention to detail, and that's what a lot of us have said more recently, especially in the last, probably 7 or 8 years, has really started to fail. Even more recently, post 2020, it seems like Disney's just slapping stuff together, calling it a day. People will give us money and flock to it. That's not what Disney does. That's not what drew me to these parks. I love the attention to detail. I love the intricacies in design. Everything that encompassed Walt Disney Imagineering. Having been a former architect and a designer, it just blows my mind that what they're capable of doing when you let them. Now we got this current crop of Imagineers, and it's like they just don't care. They're just doing things just to do things. Perfect example, the Cars attraction. They're supposedly going to build it Magic Kingdom. How in the world are you going to have dirt racing cars right next to a haunted mansion? Or you're going to put, supposedly a dirt track in Florida. Well, it rains here a lot. It's going to be a mud track. They've built Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It doesn't work. It breaks down a lot. What else you want? The Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, as good as that is, it hasn't worked correctly since about the second or third week it's been operating. The cannons don't work still. There's just a lot of these things that have happened recently that Disney doesn't. It's just like they don't care. They're going to just slap it together and we'll call it a day. And this Bugs Life, It's Tough to Be a Bug show, as small and as insignificant as it might be to most people's Disney World vacation, it all plays a part. The Tree of Life has, if you haven't noticed, the Tree of Life has a whole bunch of creatures all over it. I think 350 to 400, if I'm not mistaken. And if you remember one of my vlogs I did more recently, a month or two ago, I talked about the ant the little ant that's featured on the Tree of Life, and how you can see that ant. Well, how they say, a story goes, that the ant is responsible for the creation of the Tree of Life. Well, who's featured in It's Tough to Be a Bug? Flick, the ant. I mean, it ties together. But we're going to get rid of that, and now we're going to throw in Zootopia. How does Zootopia go in with the Tree of Life? I get it, Zootopia / Animal Kingdom, I get it, those two go together. That does go together. But the Tree of Life, you know, the whole point of It's Tough to Be a Bug is you've got these bugs in the tree. You know, if you don't know, and you haven't seen my other vlogs or anybody else's for that matter, the Tree of Life has a theater inside. I did not know that, honestly. I had been a pass holder here for almost 2 or 3 years before I even realized that. Because I'd always walk past and see that It's Tough to Be a Bug show, and I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. Not realizing that's inside the Tree of Life. They built a theater in there. And so it's kind of fitting that you go into this tree, passing all these creatures that are carved into the tree, and then it's almost like you're being shrunk down to the size of a bug. I mean, it's not the theming, but that's what it feels like, because you're in this queue line surrounded by this gigantic tree, and you're going into this tree where you're going to learn a funny story about bugs. And bugs infest trees, plants, everything. They infest everything. So it just works. But instead, they're going to put Zootopia in there. And again, I'm not sure how they're going to go about this, but it's just, the stuff that drives me up the wall is it's not like we don't have room here. This is Walt Disney World. That was what Walt said from the very beginning. We got enough room here to hold all the ideas and imagination in the world. But what are they doing? They're not doing that. They're tearing out attractions and putting in new stuff that kind of more or less doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I know I'm jumping to conclusions. You can't reserve judgment till this thing is done. However, based on the last decent amount of attractions that Disney has unveiled, I mean, outside, well, even Tron. Tron is good, but if you compare the Tron here versus the Tron over in Shanghai Disney, especially at the end of the attraction, completely different experience. You know, I just feel like everything over here, they just cheapen out on it just to throw something together. Oh, people come and spend money. But all the other parks around the world get this amazing attention to detail, kind of like how Epic Universe is getting their, you know, that attention to detail. So all this rambling is leading me to, I'm here today. We're going to kind of bid a fond farewell to It's Tough to Be a Bug, one of the original attractions from when this park first opened up. And if it's not too crazy long, we'll actually do the attraction. If it's insanity, I've done this before. I'll see what vlogs I can reference, or I'll figure out a way to put it in there. But there's also going to be 500,000 videos on this as well. The key of my vlog here is just the importance of that attraction in this park, and how important attention to detail is. And not just slapping something together so we can throw some intellectual property on it. Yeah, I think that's what frustrates me more than anything. You know, when you look around Animal Kingdom, everything around here is designed on detail. And I'm not sure how we're going to throw Zootopia into the Tree of Life. I'm not sure. I mean, again, we'll see how it turns out. Disney's got a lot of work to do. You know, they've been just churning out a bunch of garbage lately just to get things out. You know, again, like that Cars attraction doesn't fit. I'm sorry. People have argued with me on social media about this, especially on Facebook. You know, I keep getting, oh, it's not a museum. No, I get it, it's not a museum. But you have all of this room to create these attractions. Use the room. My goodness, you're Disney World, for crying out loud. You have the room. There's more land here than the island of Manhattan, is what the statistics are on the size of this property. And that one of the other things, it's 47 square miles all around here. You mean to tell me that we can't build another park or add to the existing parks? Because what the other issue that's happening now is they're retheming all these attractions, but what is that doing? That's cutting down attractions, which is cutting down rides, which is cutting down things for people to do. Now people are showing up here at these parks, and a lot of things are closed. And unless you're staying up to date on Disney news and that, you know, the person that's coming here for the very first time probably isn't going to know this. So they're going to come into Animal Kingdom wanting to do all this stuff, and a lot of stuff's going to be closed. You know, starting tomorrow, we're now losing It's Tough to Be a Bug. At some point in the next 6 to 8 months, we're going to also be losing Dinosaur. Dinoland USA is already closed. You know, the Rivers of Light show never came back. Tons of meet and greets here with the characters never came back. Just detail after detail after detail, things that have closed and never reopened. You know, so now all these projects going on, you're talking 2 to 3 years before this park starts opening back up. But the thing is once it does open back up to full strength, as you'd say in hockey, we're not gaining anything. Like, we'll have gained absolutely nothing. All they're doing is swapping attractions. Perfect example, the new Dino Land. You know, you're swapping attractions. We're not adding anything. So we've got a perfect opportunity to add to Animal Kingdom. But, you know, Triceratops Spin is going to be replaced by some carousel. The what used to be Primeval Whirl is going to be replaced by the Magical Madrigal House. Indiana Jones is going to be replaced, or Dinosaur is going to be replaced by Indiana Jones. You have gained nothing, and yet the parks are getting busier and busier. But there's nothing being added onto, which is what one of the main problems that people have pointed out for a long time, which is why the lines are long. You know, they've added all these hotels and resorts, but we haven't added parks or added on to parks. So I'm just calling it how it is, folks. But regardless, we're not going to waste any more time with me yapping, running my suck. We're going to go and check out the Tree of Life. You know, that sign's going to be no more after today, sadly. I'm talking about the lower one, not the top one. And while we're walking over that way, I guess for people that are planning a Disney World vacation, I would say, you know, really think about what you're doing here. If you're going to be visiting in the next, year, 2 years, or 3 years, because there's going to be a lot of construction at all of the parks. And I mean a lot. I would say probably at least 30% of the total Disney World resort is going to be under some kind of construction for the next at least 3 to 5 years. Here is the main icon of Disney's Animal Kingdom, the beautiful Tree of Life, one of the greatest creations and theme park icons in the world, in my opinion anyway. But it is super nice when you come into the park. The way this park is designed is you kind of walk around the oasis, as they call it. You don't see this right away. It's not till you're actually coming into the park that you actually get a good view of this. So we'll go over here to where the entryway is, and we'll see how long the wait is. Wow, 15 minutes. I've never seen it past 10. Apparently somebody was taking their picture by the It's Tough to Be a Bug sign, and they had the Bug Eyes 3D glasses on. And the cast member said, "Where'd you get those from?" And they said, "eBay." He said, "Why'd you get them on eBay? They're free here. You got scammed." But anyway, we're going to work our way into the Tree of Life. This is going to take us over, around, and under into this amazing theme park structure. My one hope, though, is that they don't screw around with this queue. I hope they leave all of this stuff alone. Look at this. This is amazing back here. That's incredible. So we are actually at the base, right at the base of the tree. This is without a doubt Joe Rohde masterpiece here.
Thank you.
So from right here, we're going to enter into the Tree of Life.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be perfect. We've got our glasses here. And if you've never been in here, this is what this looks like. I'm actually going to sit back here. We're going to go in the back row. There's also some pretty neat like play on some movies with the posters, like the Donganai. And we have Auntie. Then also they have some little facts about the different books. Like the most people I've ever seen in here. That's how you make an attraction popular. Tell everybody you're closing it. Before long, the doors will open up and we'll be inside the theater. I'll show you what it looks like in there. Also now, because the attraction sadly is closing, we'll be able to film this thing. You can even see the detailing on the ceiling even. Like I said, I hope they don't mess with any of this down here. I mean, I could see them, changing the movie posters and that, but I really hope they don't mess too much with this stuff. But see, this is why I talk about attention to detail. The ant, according to Animal Kingdom history and lore, and how it's represented on the Tree of Life, the ant is what created the Tree of Life. So how fitting that the show is designed after none other than Flick the Ant. Am I right, or am I the only one that's out in left field on this? So I got an extra pair for the camera too, so we'll see how well this works. I'm not sure if they're going to let us keep these. If they do, take some for a souvenir. All right, ladies and gents, doors are open. Heading into the theater.
Safety hazard. So again, I need my friends to continue moving down, please. Filling in all those seats. We do have full shows today.
Was this ride closing or something? This will be all right.
Well, there's we are quite busy today. Is our last day of operating, so we do want to make room for everyone. If we run out of seats in the front, there should be seats towards the back as well. Please make sure we're filling in every seat. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Tree of Life Theater, where it is our last day presenting our show. It's tough to be a bug. Few safety reminders before we start. This show does feature loud noises, darkness, and some special effects that might be too intense for some viewers. If at any point during the show you need to exit, move all the way down to the end of your row, and a cast member will be happy to assist you. As a courtesy to others, we also ask that there be no eating, drinking, or flash photography during our show. And now, on behalf of the millions and billions of bugs all around the world, we proudly present It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Throughout today's performance, please refrain from buzzing, stinging, and pollinating. And no chirping. Thank you. And now, put your wings together for the host of our show, everyone's favorite ant, Flick!
Fireflies, I'm here. No, over here. Way over. Way over, a little more. Little more, little less. Perfect. Oh, and hi, hello, and welcome. Welcome to our show. You know, we've been doing this act for over 300 million years. And with bugs making up more than 80% of the animal world, we're the biggest cast of them all. Still, you guys just don't seem to see us, so that's why we gave you the special bug eyes. Go ahead, put them on. Neat, huh? Yeah, now you're all honorary bugs, so, on with the show. Okay, thanks, little fella. You're done now. Huh? Like that. Yeah, thank you. Take it from an ant. It's tough to be a bug. That's why we've developed some amazing survival techniques. For instance, deep in the jungles of South America, there's a bug. Well, technically he's an arachnid, you see. And Chili, I really hate when you do that. I really don't. I hate.
Oh, I'm sorry, Flick.
Where
Flicko.
was I? Yes, Chilean tarantulas, my friend Chili here, throw poison quills at their enemies with deadly accuracy.
I never miss.
This part's my favorite.
Oh! Come on, keep on coming! She's on a roll! Hey! What are you guys trying to... Oh! Listen up, my aunt! Hold still! By God! In case you hadn't noticed, Warren. You miss! There's no one that's a fool of chili, man! Come back here and die like a bug!
Alright, well, our next guest is a soldier termite who defends his mound by spraying intruders with acid. That's right, acid. Welcome now, he's buff, he's ready, and he's ruining our set. We have other shows to do.
I'm the mean, defensive machine. I am the termite eagle. Oh no. Oh, shoot. I need more ammo. I'll be back.
Well, is everybody alright out there? Oh. I hope that none of you are allergic to acid. Oh my. Best to move along. Alright, our next guest. Let's meet the silent but deadly member of the bug world, the stink bug.
Target's ready, Click.
Alright, hold your second. Let it rip, Claire. Hey! Fuck you, man!
No way! You'll never catch me!
She's gonna blow!
Mom, who's gonna blow?
Oh, lay off the churros, will ya? Oh, I'm sorry.
Flick, what are these humans wearing on their heads?
Oh, I made the honorary bugs.
Honorary what? They're our biggest enemy.
No, that's not true. They're my friends.
Friends? Get this loser out of my sight.
Hey!
Bring in the evidence. Friends don't exterminate friends, do they? Still don't get it? Well then watch this. You humans have always seen us as monsters. If you had it your way, you would destroy us all. But you never will, because we outnumber you 200 million to 1. Maybe it's time you honorary bugs got a taste of your own medicine. What? You're still alive? This means war! On your fingers and attack! I'm going in for the sting! You're over your target, Black Widow Spider! Go! Back off, spiders! They're mine. Bug bombs, zappers, sticky little motels. Nothing can stop us. Ha! Nothing!
Why did we do that? Bring up the next guy. Well, we'll just have to wing it, huh? Cue the finale! Did I forget to mention reptiles? Well, they just don't seem to care that it's tough to be a bug. But you guys should, because we make your world one honey of a place. We're pollinators! We're pollinators! If you like vegetables, flowers, it makes the best
If it weren't for the fact that we got the taste, you'd be out there wallowing in shoulder highways. Shoulder highways.
And if all bugs were lined up, the face of the planet, then soon be no humans around here to manage. The best thing about us, you can't live without us till it's time to be alive.
Huh. It's a piece of cake.
And it's moldy! Let's see! Well, it still has a few bugs in it, but that's our show. And now that you're all honorary bugs, remember, magnifying glasses are for looking at little things, not for burning little things. See ya! Hey! Hey, little fella! Where should you be?
There?
That's right. Good bug. Good little bug.
Your attention, please. We ask that all honorary bugs remain seated so the beetles, maggots, and cockroaches may exit safely. At this time, gather up your personal belongings and take your small grubs by their grubby little hands as you enter. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for joining us for this last presentation on It's Tough to Be a Bug. You make sure you have all your belongings as you exit. Leave those bug eyes in the bin just outside the theater. And if you brought a stroller down to the mountain, thank you.
Well, there you have it, everybody. That was one of the last shows of It's Tough to Be a Bug. Animal Kingdom, I believe, closes at 6 p.m. tonight, which is crazy to me that here we are. Spring break literally just started officially yesterday, and they're closing the park at 6 p.m. I don't understand that. Again, prior to 2020, it would never happen. But anyway, I really enjoy that show. It's funny. It's got humor. It's got a little bit of like a jump scare factor. And at the end, you'll hear people kind of at the end there when they ask all of the bugs to exit the theater first. You can hear them leaving, but then you hear all the people jumping and screaming because they have sensors underneath the bench that it does feel like something's running right underneath your ass. It's pretty funny. But again, attention to detail. And the other thing that I was thinking of, while I was in line to watch this, is since I've started doing YouTube and that for Disney and all the theme parks, I've noticed with Disney we're doing a lot of closing videos, not a whole lot of opening videos. Like the ratio of closing to opening is pretty skewed. Hopefully in the near future, at some point, we'll be able to do more opening than closing. Because I tell you, I'm getting tired of doing these closing videos. I want to see something, let's stop closing things. Let's add things. I keep saying, let's add. They could easily add a Zootopia attraction here to Animal Kingdom. There's so much room here. But anyway, It's Tough to Be a Bug. I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope it turned out okay. I tried to hold the glasses just right, so hopefully it turned out all right. I liked it. Gonna miss that show. It's the perfect show or the perfect attraction as if you're trying to take a break in the middle of the day. It's hot, whatever. It's air conditioned in there. It's Disney and all the theme parks for that matter need more stuff like this. It doesn't have to be a big e-ticket attraction. It can be something just like this. It's fun and humorous and get you off your feet for a little bit and take a break. I'm gonna miss It's Tough to Be a Bug. We'll see what the very near future has in store with the Zootopia show. We'll see. And then this is part of the Tree of Life trail here, and then of course this is the exit way where we came out at. You can see we're right at the base of the Tree of Life. This thing, I never get tired of looking at this thing. It is stunning. And we'll walk the pathway out. What's wild about this park and the way the pathways take you is we were just right over there. Hopefully they keep the Tree of Life theater theming and all that. It's another example too of a high capacity attraction. Again, it helps keep guests moving. It helps with the guest flow throughout the day. When these theme parks are designed, they're designed with a purpose. Like even the Rivers of America at Magic Kingdom, there's a reason that's there. You know, all of these designs have a purpose to move large amounts of people through a theme park efficiently and smoothly. And we start messing around with that, that's why the parks tend to seem overly crowded at times, because there's not as much to do. And that's been a big issue with Disney World since like 2020, without a doubt. Well, I was going to do one more show, but those storms are creeping closer, so we're going to get on the road here and get back home. Kevin! Let's just see. I don't know that they're going to have anything. However, oh my gosh. Salt and pepper shakers. The 2 monorail cars and they sit on the track. That's pretty neat. No, I don't see anything. I do like these though. These are pretty neat. These individual Disney World park pins. Those are really neat. One of the other things I've noticed with the pins is they all have these red locks on them now. And sometimes they have like 1 or 2 up front, but if those are gone, then you have to find a cast member if you need a pin. Apparently people, being assholes, have been stealing pins, because there's no other reason why they would put those on there. You know, I've been coming here regularly for 9 years, and this is what it's coming to. It's ridiculous, man. People need to grow the hell up. Oh, that's kind of cool. This is the Tip Top Dancing Club, the Hollywood Tower Hotel. That's a neat one. Here's a perfect example. All these pin sets, the pin trader sets, the starting set, they all have locks on them now. People are ridiculous. There's one thing I cannot stand, are thieves. That is just, it's just despicable. This pin box here is really neat because these are puzzle piece pins, and if you can manage to find all of the correct ones, each one individually, all the pin pieces go together to form this picture. That is really neat. Yeah, see? That is really neat. Somehow I get the vibes from the Hangover movie when they woke up and found Mike Tyson's tiger in their hotel room. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Another attraction come and gone. Now we're going to head home and wait for the NCAA selection show. Well, it's tough to be a bug. Farewell to you. That was a great show. It's entertaining. It's funny. It is. I could see where it might be a little on the intense side for kids, especially with the spiders that drop down. And when they do the bug spray. I don't know if you could see it. We'll see how this turns out. But they spray like a ton of fog into the theater. It's very hard to see for about 15 or 20 seconds. I could see where people would be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But the animatronics, the Hopper animatronic, the Flick animatronic, the whole thing is just fun. The one thing you couldn't see from where I was sitting was the little termite bug that went after that one bug that was talking shit. And he sprayed him with the acid, the termite acid. And it's hard to see from where I was sitting, but there's a little animatronic over there too, and when he hits them with it, the whole tree, like, smoke starts pouring out of it, and you see, like, a burn mark appear in the tree. It's pretty cool. We'll see what they do with it, though. Zootopia something or other. I think all we've seen is maybe some just generic concept art. I haven't seen anything that says what this is going to be yet. And, honestly, we're probably looking at least, I'm gonna go long on this, but I would say 8 to 12 months on construction with this. I mean, I'm just being honest. Disney is not the greatest with their construction projects. You know, I hate to compare the other parks, but, you know, SeaWorld's getting ready to open a new ride, 1 year of construction. Universal completed DreamWorks Land, an entire land, in a year. They're opening a brand new theme park that's one of the largest in the United States in 3 years. You know, Test Track right now is going to be over a year. Test Track was actually supposed to be opening shortly because we're about halfway through March, a little more than half. Well, no, we are exactly halfway right now through March, and it's, you know, Test Track was due to open sometime in June, they were saying, but now they're talking late summer, maybe later part of the year. So, you know, I mean, their projects, they're not. That's a sucky thing, you know, because when people are anticipating new attractions, you want to get this stuff done. When you think about it, it's pretty wild. In the time that Disney took to build Tron, which was around 5 years almost, in Epcot, the center of Epcot, that you know, nothing but concrete and planters. Both those projects took almost 5 years. Universal could build almost 2 epic universes in that time. Like that's how wild that is when you start putting those things in a perspective like that. Well, hopefully they'll start turning over maybe a newer leaf and start moving some of these projects forward quicker, because like I said earlier, honestly, anybody that sees my vlog here that might be looking to plan a Disney World vacation from now, you know, March 2025 onward to about 2028, especially the next year or two, you all really need to think about, you know, what you're going to be doing here, and do you want to spend that kind of money? Like I said earlier, once all of these projects get going, and this is yet another one of this giant overhaul that they're doing again, around 30% of the total resort, I mean, I'm talking all of Walt Disney World, about 30% is going to be under some sort of construction, whether it be long or short term. And Animal Kingdom especially is going to be one of the hardest hit parks because, you know, Dino Land already is closed. The dinosaur ride is closing, which will also encompass the big Boneyard play area, which is a big draw for kids and even adults, which we have to do that one too at some time, even Dinosaur, before those close. And now you're going to have It's Tough to Be a Bug not available. So what are we going to have now for a while? We're going to have Kilimanjaro Safaris, Kali River Rapids, Expedition Everest, Avatar Flight of Passage, Na'vi River Journey. 5 attractions. Oof. Oh, and Dinosaur. Sorry, 6. But if you want to call it how it is, Dinosaur is going to be closing down at some point this year. So realistically, Animal Kingdom is going to have 5 attractions. You really need to think about buying these expensive ass lightning lanes and whatnot. You know, the other thing too is it's going to be interesting to see what the attendance does for Animal Kingdom, because I mean, realistically now you're talking $150, $170 sometimes for an Animal Kingdom ticket, depending on what time of year it is. That's a lot of money for 5 attractions. Now, do they have some amazing shows? Yes, they do. I will give Disney the most amount of credit I can give them. Their shows are amazing here. The Lion King show is incredible. We'll have to do that one at some point. You know, the Wings of Flight, or whatever it's called now, it's undergone a few name changes. Feathered Friends in Flight, I think it is now. Used to be called Up, A Great Bird Adventure before 2020. That was a fun show too. They have that one. They do have the Finding Nemo, the Big Blue and Beyond. That's a decent show. I did see that one. I think I did a vlog on that one last year. Yeah, so they do have some good shows. However, you know, we don't have a nighttime show. We haven't had anything here since 2020, which Animal Kingdom desperately needs a nighttime show. They need to keep this park open late, and they need to add more things to balance the guest capacity. That is why Disney World has seemed so overrun with guests lately, is because there's not enough to do. There's a lot of limited offerings, you know, with not having a nighttime show in that. And there's a lot of things like even going to Hollywood Studios, the Citizens of Hollywood never came. All of the entertainment, a lot of the entertainment never came back. All of that plays a part in the function of these parks and moving people around smoothly. And when you start messing with that, that's why everything seems so insanely crowded. And again, I wish they would, you know, fine, you want to add Zootopia, fine, but add a new attraction. You want to build this Tropical America's Land? Build it, but add it to the park. Don't tear things out and just replace it. That's why we keep having these issues. And then stop building hotels. You know, they're building that new Lakeside Lodge Resort or whatever it is over by Wilderness Campground. That's going to add several hundred more rooms and several thousand more guests into an already busy equation here. It just irritates me at the people that are running this place, because it almost seems like they're purposely trying to overpack the parks with people, give them less to do, which then pushes them towards the Lightning Lane and that insanely expensive Lightning Lane purchase. That's what it starts to look like. I hope y'all enjoyed this last show of It's Tough to Be a Bug. I mean, the last show for me watching it. There's still another hour and a half worth of shows left. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed my video of this. It's Tough to Be a Bug. And we'll see in, I would say, 7 months to a year what's going to be the new show and the new resident in the Tree of Life Theater. I hope it's as good. If it needs to be as good, if not better. No, I'm sorry. It needs to be better, because that's what we're doing. We're moving up. We're plussing things. That's what theme parks do. Make it better. Make it entertaining. Make it so people want to see it over and over again. We'll be here when it opens, but we'll also be here to follow the construction progress and everything else going on and show you all, like, the, you know, what it's going to be like to be in these parks for a while. So I will see you all very soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a safe and fantastic St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. And let's get ready for the NCAA selection show. And all you college basketball fans out there, enjoy the NCAA tournament starting Tuesday night with the first four. This has been the truth. It has been actual, and I hope for all of you It's Tough to Be a Bug fans, Walt Disney World Animal Kingdom fans out there, you found this mighty satisfactual. I'll see ya.
The 4 seed is last year's national runner-up in the dance for the 10th straight time, behind Big Ten Player of the Year, Braden Smith, and in Providence they will face High Point, who's having a new high point for their program.
Oh wow, look at that reaction.
And showing out.
Big time.
Their first tournament appearance, overcoming a 15-point deficit in the second half of the Big South.
High octane group. There's the Panthers can put it in the basket.
In every way.